We've already covered the Grand Vitara in detail, so if you want to know about things like styling, space, the strong hybrid version's performance, or the all-wheel drive version's capability, please do check out our first drive video. This video is about the mild hybrid manual and automatics. The version of the Grand Vitara I am in right now is the mild hybrid manual, and if you go strictly by price, this is the entry point to the Grand Vitara range. This version of the Grand Vitara runs a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol engine with mild hybrid tech. That brings you an integrated starter generator, it packs in auto stop start tech, and there's mild electric assist when you're accelerating hard. The engine makes 103 horsepower and 136 Newton meters, and if it all sounds familiar, that's because the same engine powers the Ertiga, XL6 and new Brezza. And correspondingly, the driving feel is also quite similar. Now let's start with the good bits. This is a very friendly, easygoing car if the majority of your time is going to be spent within city confines. For starters, it's got a light clutch and the 5-speed gearbox doesn't require much effort. Power delivery is nice and clean right from low speeds, and you'll also find that the engine responds quite well to gentle prods on the accelerator pedal, much as you would make in city driving. The other plus is that the engine runs quiet, be it at low city speeds or out on the highway. If you maintain a steady cruise of 100 kph, you'll find that the engine is just under 3000 rpm. Now that's quite high as petrol engines go, but remember this is a 5-speed gearbox. An additional ratio would have got that figured down. But on the plus side, it doesn't feel like the engine is strained, and overall refinement is quite impressive. But if you associate SUVs with punchy performance, the Grand Vitara mild hybrid won't excite. Thing is, when you do want more from the engine and press down harder on the accelerator pedal, you'll find that the responses get a bit slower. This engine doesn't have the punch, obviously, that you get in some of the rivals, and it leaves you a bit wanting on the performance front. The humdrum torque figure could mean slow progress uphill, especially with a full load of passengers. It is economy rather than outright performance that the Grand Vitara prioritizes. This mild hybrid with a manual transmission delivers a class-best 21.11 kpl in the official test cycle. The ride and handling balance is also oriented towards comfort and ease of use, which goes with the overall character of the Grand Vitara. If it's ultimate convenience you want, you'll be drawn to the Grand Vitara mild hybrid automatic. Once again, like the Ertiga, XL6 and Brezza with the same engine, this one too uses a 6-speed torque converter automatic. The 6-speed torque converter gearbox is smooth shifting. It's not quite the quickest on the draw, but in easygoing driving, you really won't have a problem. It's a car that works best with an unhurried driving style. Once again, what's missing is that buzz that you want from an SUV of this category. Press down harder on the accelerator pedal and the gearbox does well to drop down a gear or two, but when it does so, the engine does sound a bit strained, and you can tell that this is not a very powerful engine to begin with. You do get paddle shifters as part of the package, but they don't really transform the driving experience to make it sporty. But the added control is something you will appreciate. The paddles will find more use on steep hill climbs, and there's also the option of a manual mode at the gear lever that holds revs at 6100 rpm. There's also the promise of good fuel economy with an official figure of 20.58 kpl. Auto stop start that's standard across the range shuts the engine off on long hauls and helps to this end. Hill start assist is part of the package, and you'll also like how smoothly the Grand Vitara automatic just creeps forward. So that's what the mild hybrid versions are like to drive. Of the other things, elements exclusive to the mild hybrids include a standard chrome finish for the grille, where the strong hybrids wear a champagne gold look. On the inside, the mild hybrids sport a black and burgundy color theme. Notably, the mild hybrids aren't available in fully loaded Alpha Plus form and miss out on things like digital dials, head-up display, ventilated front seats, a wireless charger and tire pressure monitor, all of which are offered on the strong hybrid. Here's a quick look at all that the mild hybrids do get in features and safety. The Grand Vitara scores well on comfort, though rear seat headroom is limited for tall occupants. Also, rear seat passengers sat on the left seat of the mild hybrids will have their feet foul against the battery pack that's positioned under the front passenger seat. Boot space is decent and actually larger than the strong hybrids that store their battery pack under the boot floor. The Grand Vitara mild hybrids aren't quite as distinctive or appealing as the strong hybrid and all-wheel drive versions we've covered before. However, their pricing will give them direct entry to most buyers' consideration sets. The mild hybrid range is likely to start at 12 lakh rupees and top off at 15 lakh rupees, putting these versions in the heart of the mid-sized SUV segment. Sure, the mild hybrids don't excite and some rivals are roomier, but if you're looking for a friendly and easygoing SUV, want good fuel economy and value a stress-free ownership experience, you'll find a good match in the Maruti Suzuki Grand Vitara.